Hi everyone, my name is Prathamesh and today I'm introducing you AgentPass, a decentralized identity and consent layer for AI agents built on Algorand. In the next couple of minutes, I will walk you through the problem we are solving, show the live MVP running on testnet, and lay our future roadmap for X402 payments and DPDP compliance. So let's just start with the problem. So, as the agentic economy booms, AI agents are starting to act on their own. With protocols like X402, an agent can already pay for an API with no human in the loop. But there's a hole in this stack. When AI agents call your service, there's no way to answer three questions. First, who is this agent acting for? There's no verifiable identity. Second, did the user actually authorize this action or the AI did it itself? Lastly, is this data access compliant? For example, under India's DPDP Act, which requires provable user consent before processing personal data. So, without a trust layer, agentic commerce is a liability. You can't verify it, you can't regulate it, and you definitely shouldn't let it spend your money unchecked. So, the solution is here. Agent Pass fills that gap. It gives every AI agent three things: an on chain verifier identity bound to the owner wallet, a scoped consent the user can grant, verify, and revoke, and a policy boundary that any service can cryptographically check before acting. Think of it like OAuth for AI agents, but it is programmable, revocable, compliance ready from day one. So let's just see a live MVP of this. So I will connect using my testnet Pera wallet. So let me just scan this on my Pera wallet. So once I'm connected to this app, then I will be able to basically create various agents using it. I think it should be connected now. Okay. So yeah, I've connected the wallet on my phone, and as you can see, it's connected here as well. So let's just first start with registering my agent. Maybe I can give it name my research bot, and let's just have some metadata. This is currently just a string, but in future we will include much more things on it. So I'm creating the agent. I'm confirming the transaction on my Pera mobile wallet. So yeah, as the agent is created with ID2. So maybe like we could give it the agent some what kind of permissions or scope. Let's say we want to give it a profile dot read with an expiry of 1 minute. So let me just grant the scope consent. I'm signing the transaction on my phone. So as you can see, consent is granted for agent 2 for profile read. So now what we can do is actually verify or revoke this consent on it. So to just verify if this agent is able to read the profile. So yeah, it is. Let's say we want to try with profile dot write. So as you can see, this consent is not valid. Again, I will maybe try read with an agent 3. So yeah, it is not valid for any other agent. And this also validates the expiry time. So the consent is time bound, similar to how it works with OAuth tokens. So also I can revoke it on my mobile wallet. So this allows developers to actually revoke consent. So yeah, as you can see, the consent is no longer valid. So this was the phase one of our agent pass, which is basically to be able to create agents on Algorand and grant them consent scope, also revoke them. So for the phase two and phase three, we are planning to integrate X402 micropayments. So the developers and users can have things like spending limits per scope. So let's say they are doing an e-commerce transaction or micropayment, then it must be capped at 10 algo per day. Then an X402 validator wrapper that validates every payment request, again agent consent record and its pending cap. And also a payment audit trail emitted as ARC28 event. so users can reconcile every micro algo an agent spent on their behalf. And then finally, in phase three, we also plan to make it DPDP compliant with something called Know Your Agent. So India's DPDP Act requires verifiable consent, user consent before processing personal data. Agent Pass already has on-chain consent primitive. Phase three will actually make it legally meaningful and legal. So we will have verifiable consent proof. Every grant will limit an event. We will have know your agent and also revocation propagation. So Agent Pass to close, Agent Pass solve three problem. It makes agents identifiable. It makes user consent verifiable and revocable on chain, and it gives regulator compliance primitive that they can actually enforce. The MVP is live, and the roadmap ahead is very concrete. So I hope you understand the concept, and thank you very much.